Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Mirana.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Manila qualifiers, or rather from C. We have Orange.Taring versus Mineski esports, and well, Orange.Taring, they just went through almost 2 hours or over 2 hours of Dota 2. They did score 2 victories, but they are definitely going to be worn out for this one. But who's not worn out is me. I'm Lysander, and I'm going to be joined here by Danelli. I still can't get her name right, Danelli. And just gonna call it Dan for now. It's a guy's name, but I think she's okay. I hope you're okay. I might get those tweets like, oh yeah, you know, you picked on your female caster and whatnot. But
it's fine. If you want to screw up with my name, you have my permission.
Guys, I just unmuted my mic, so I will just go through that again. Hi guys, welcome to the Mineski qualifiers in C. It's Orange.Taring versus Mineski esports. I'm here with my co-caster Danelli.
5 seconds remaining.
Yes.
Yes, alright. You got a name right, Danelli. And I'm Lysander. We're going to be casting this bo2 Orange.Taring. We just mentioned, you know, 2 hours of gameplay and whatnot. And they're going to be playing against Mineski. Arguably the second best team, if not best, in this group. Yes, no?
I would have mixed, just because this is a new patch. A lot of teams expose themselves compared to patch. So like last patch, we can have an amazing
10 seconds
a patch may favor a different. So I like to keep my options open. It's qualifiers like this, it's super important to see where teams are sort of developed in terms of adapting to their heroes, finding their soft spot, and obviously, as you can see, starring a lot of Mirana for Yamate, and it seems like it's first pick quality for them because they've really worked on. They're starting to ban this hero because you just can't let it through anymore.
Yeah, it's a thing, you know. You make a name for yourself in a hero, and then people waste bans on it. It's a real strategy. I mean, Na'Vi of old used to do it with Pudge, and we'll see if they can build a name for it. I mean, Mike did make a good point the last game. Taring were arguably playing against a quote lesser team, so they were able to punish with this mid Mirana. Mirana went pretty much uncontested in the middle lane, got all the farms she needed, and I don't know. It might not happen this game. It's a Witch Doctor though, which does scream defensive support, but we still have to see if there will be another aggressive support that can roam or whatnot, or even a aggressive mid. Like, there we go, a Puck. We did mention Puck in the last game during the draft, that it might be useful to grab one up just to deal with this Mirana. And we'll see how it does. So we'll see what happens.
Factor to note as well is qualifiers, and you have to assume that Mineski has already seen the Mirana strat for Taring, so they're probably walking this with at least a clear strategy dealing with the Mirana. And it seems like for now, I like the way they're drafting as well as that. Like Puck is a great source of initiation as well as silence in particular. I think that's a key into actually shutting down the Mirana. She is so reliant on her mobility that if you can stop Mirana from running away, right now Taring does not have the best defense Mirana alive if she gets barreled down by hero. So it's like, it's looking good for both sides, so they are preparing for the late game. Didn't Taring just pull out 2, or at least almost 2 60-minute games?
That was mostly their fault, I think. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much 2 60-minute games. The also the team and Gene did make them sweat a little bit with the Spectre Embers picks, but I think that Taring were ahead most of the game. It's just that they were overly cautious, kind of throwy at points, and well, we'll see. I mean, Lone Druid is something that is meant to destroy towers, so maybe you'll see a shorter game. Maybe.
Absolutely. Like, they a hero now pushes. Mirana is okay, but if they play it similar to how they did in the previous game, where you grab kill and then you open up for the Lone Druid, you can take it very quickly. This lifestealer pick up there from Mineski. This is a rather interesting pick. He
You got
is going.
transports.
Yeah, that is true. So I don't know though. It's like it's going to be a puck life.
remaining.
What are your thoughts really? Like lifesteal, like super effective versus the Lone Druid bear because he can just eat through it easily just
No,
because
Spirit Breaker's
of.
coming as the last pick, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be really good if you look at it here. Doom off lane, and we have a Spirit Breaker, Witch Doctor, Lifestealer. Spirit Breaker will punish that Mirana because she can't just leap away from a charge. Punish Lone Druid, it helps you bypass the bear. Darkseer to some extent as well, and yeah, I think it's really decent Lifestealer here with the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is often run as support anyway, and even if that's not the case, they run something else, maybe a defensive support. Puck and Doombringer will probably buy Blink Dagger. Yeah, this Disruptor pick almost certainly smells like a Spirit Breaker coming, but Doom and Puck do get Blink Daggers, so they can serve as transports for Lifestealer anyway. This NS pick, now that's out of the open. It's good against Puck though.
It's a great pick. I just wanted to go back onto the Spirit Breaker pick. If Mineski picks that up, they are going to be lacking a lot of early game burst damage. They're not running heroes like the Lion and Witch Doctor where they both have some burst. The Spirit Breaker relies on getting some of those early banners. They do that strat, they will fall into a bit of a situation where if they lose any sort of a lead versus Taring, it's going to be very hard for them to crawl back into a comfortable spot. The Night Stalker pick I really like because they want to get as much as they can on the map. So once the Ag comes online, there is very little open spots for Mineski to grab those sort of great jumps onto Orange because typically vision is huge. With an Ag's Night Stalker, then Mineski have to rely on either smoke ganks or just play it purely based off skill and getting into the right spots. It's just so hard though if the Ags on the Night Stalker come up.
Speaking of Ags, I think Puck Aghanim Scepter is something else to be considered as well. It's very powerful, locks you down for a long period of time, I think 4.5 seconds at the max level and goes through BKB. So I think it's very strong. I think two heroes that can be possible here for Mineski would be the Venge, because the Venge swap Puck thing is a combo been heard of, and the other one would be the Spirit Breaker. I still think Spirit Breaker is a better choice here.
To see what they want to go for though. So you think it's going to be a Spirit Breaker?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Spirit Breaker.
I don't want to say anything because it's a new patch. We may just see a hero that we've never ever seen before come out of the blue. So surprise, but Taring's really thinking about that last pick, and they were expecting a Medusa last pick. Huh.
Well, we'll see what Taring goes for, because Mineski can respond in kind regardless. But I have a feeling it's an aggressive support, if not a aggro off laner.
10 seconds
They definitely need a roamer, if that's saying. They need someone to at least pressure Taring during the late phase.
Clockwork could work here, I think, if they don't want to go for the SB. I think something along those lines. I think Clockwork's amazing here.
Yeah. Also another form of a lifestealer too. Also with the change blade mail as well.
But it's a Pinoy squad. It's got to be aggression. Come on.
You can be aggressive with the Clockwork as well. We'll have to see though.
Not from level 1.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely have to see. They have a minute or so to deliberate. So Taring has gone for the Lion.
I like Taring's draft so far. It's well-rounded. You've got great roaming supports. You also support during the laning phase. You have a Lone Druid that's going to at least guarantee him farm just because he's able to jungle. Darkseer as well. Darkseer is quite difficult to lock down. They don't have typical supports that can deal with a Darkseer comfortably. If this is going to be the offlane, you can't really rely on the Doom to come with the purge either. So the lanes are looking really good here for Taring. Still waiting for this last pick. It's gonna be an Nature's Prophet instead.
Okay. Oh, that's different. I guess it's different then. Because
The roaming jungle Doom.
Mineski has had some changes to their lineup. I do remember someone else playing. Someone else used to play. Was it Jesse Vash?
Yes, Jesse Vash was the old captain. From what I've looked at, not in the roster right now, but I believe he might be a substitute. Yes. So still there. He's just not here.
Huh. All right. So, we have some interesting changes, but we still have Bimbo. We still have Jules, everyone's favorite Jules,
Raging
and we have
Potato.
Cost. Raging Potato is Bimbo, right?
Yeah.
Raging Potato is Bimbo, I believe. Yeah.
I like his name.
Prepare for battle.
Sure. I mean, I like his new name too. But we have Cost as well. He used to play on MVP. Back in the day. So all in all, pretty good players here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of their fans are going to be in chat watching them and hoping they take the game over Taring. And Taring do have fatigue on that side, so against their side. So I guess there's an advantage to Mineski. So we're going to see if the teams run well this game. I mean, with that Lifestealer and Nature's Prophet, you do have all of a sudden a global threat, so to speak, on your side. So that option is open, but let's go and introduce the players. We have bo2 on the Nature's Prophet. We have Jules on the Doombringer position for Ben-Hur on Ben on the Puck. We've got Cost on that Witch Doctor. I remember he used to play Lush of Doctor. Reggie Potato, or rather Bimbo, is going to be playing on the Lifestealer. On the side of Taring, you want to introduce them?
Absolutely. I'll start with NJ. That's going to be playing on the Darkseer. In the off-lane for today, we have Ling on the Night Stalker. Going to put down a sentry ward here for the Darkseer to grab Yamate on the Mirana again. We've got Shonix on our Lone Druid, as well as Ice on that Lion.
Alright, so this I would say both teams are pretty well balanced. I'll wait to see how they actually play this one out. But Yamate is gonna get that rune, and so will the Puck, but no longer grants EXP, so it's only 100 gold extra. They've really nerfed it. And I feel like it's more of a hurt. It hurts supports more, like, because sometimes you might want to give it to your support to grab to get that level 2 early. In some rare cases, but
in theory, yes. It's just like in all the competitive games we've seen, so it's always gone towards the mid laners. So in theory, like it would have been terrible for supports, but we just never saw supports getting the runes to begin with.
I think I think now you can actually choose to maybe ignore it on your mid, because I mean, yeah, 100 gold is a big deal, but people used to get it for the EXP because getting half level ahead, half level ahead of your opponent in the level in the lane is very important in the mid matchup. But 100 gold more is like, it's not the worst. Lucky Yamate pinging out that creep. Wow, we're getting 2 now. The knives are racking up here for Yamate. He's playing very aggressive here. He always does favor the leap over the arrow. So very interesting leap level 1 here. And against Puck, I would say that's not too bad.
Absolutely. If he finds an opening on top of Ben-Hur, though there's going to be the illusion orb, it means less sort of gap distance between the Puck and Rana. But it looks like Yamate's going to have a really good time. I would expect one from Mineski possibly go for a rotation, but it seems like for now they're not chilling. We may see Jules do it, but it's Mirana that has leak. He's not the ideal for it. So I guess even Witch Doctor's not that great too, because he's only got the cast. Like Mirana can still cast when the projectile is flying.
The Lifestealer is I mean, it does moderately well against Darkseer because he does have Lifesteal, Feasts or whatnot, but it's still a lot of damage he's been taking from that Iron Shell. And Jules now with Haste, we're looking at something. The Observer Ward does scout this out though, so I don't know about the whole gank thing. Maybe the Haste at Doom. He have net, but he does have double Star Storm. But then again, like you said, there's Leap and there's no Silence. They're coming in, yeah.
At least it made Yamate play a little bit more scared. Like, give him a tiny bit of space, and he does get the knife, so that's okay. But unfortunate, they would love to grab a kill onto Yamate if they could. Their draft doesn't allow for that simple be for ganking those mid lanes. Aside from the mid lane, there's other lanes. In the top lane, he only got 4 CS, but he's doing pretty well in terms of P. Unfortunately for Ice, just as a line up against a Prophet, he himself isn't good enough to harass out the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, Yamate finally gets his bottle, so we're gonna start stabilizing in terms of hit points. But yeah, we talk about looking at other lanes, but the other lanes are pretty uneventful. There's one Prophet pulling creeps, and then there's a Darks here. Pretty immune, okay. Oh, here comes the Night Stalker. Scares the Lifestealer into a rage. Interesting lanes from Taring. They are applying equal amounts of pressure. They realize that mid lane is doing fine, so they just keep him there and play safe. Trying to bait out the phase shift before going for the Starstorm.
I actually have Ling holding onto one skill point here, so it looks like he wants to keep it for either that early point crippling fear if he needs it, or he may consider going for Hunter of the Night. I would expect him to go for crippling fear, just so that they have that silence to really lock down. And it looks like he's going to run into Jules and be the rune going into the Doom's favor, but we'll have to see who's going to man up first. Looks, and it's going to go to the Night Stalker. Oh no, Jules!
Oh,
He's going to take a lot of damage.
This could be a death. I think it's nighttime. No. Okay, no. Dark still didn't want to commit to that. Did a search, I think.
They were thinking about it. They were also thinking bringing in the
Prophet threatened the TP, alright.
I guess that's true. Well, their mid lane could be a bit of a problem here.
Yeah, once I think Ben gets 6, he could be looking at killing Yamate.
You've got Ling in the backside. I guess he's got no silence though. Without the silence, he can't effectively close up Ben. Yamate's way too low to go into this comfortably.
Yeah, he's gonna get that. He's gonna find that level 4 in the jungle first, and then maybe go for a gank. Oh, there's a bottle refill coming in. Doombringer. Yep. Refill that bottle right up. Good use of a TP there. Even gets the rotation in, alright, so he even has the net. He's gonna jump forward now. He level 6 though. Traps him up. Is there a net? Yeah, traps him up with the net. Doesn't have the leap anymore. And that flaming sword as well. It's first blood to Jules. Great gang there, great use of disables, right timings and everything. Getting that kill. Night Stalker just a little bit out of the way there. No silence to help out as well. And oh, they even get the Darks here. That is something that should not happen, but a good, I suspect, a good bounce of the coconuts there. Lock down that surge long enough for the Lifestealer to close the gap. So, very good kills here. 2-0, quick 2-0s here from the Filipino squad. And, well, it's the Manila major. It would not be a good major if they did not qualify. So, it will be the dream for Pinoys out there.
Oh, the mid lane. Got a bit of a one-on-one going on there. But this sort of a lead wants to
hold on to it.
As much... Sorry?
There's Huanyan, hold on to that lead, yeah.
Yeah, they want to accumulate as much of a lead as possible. Like, they can snowball, they can really just roll all over Taring. Their team fight is great, they've got global presence, they've got heroes that are super mobile. They want to capitalize on it as much as possible. So, let's just hope that Mineski's going to be able to keep this up. They need to make sure that they don't lose much here. They may have to start thinking about grabbing some map control if they can, because one thing with Mineski's draft is their push not as strong as Taring's. If comparison, the lone druid by himself is just so good. And I guess also another thing to note is if Mineski screws up one team fight, they could be losing more than they're bargaining because of that druid.
Yeah, definitely. Thing is, whether or not Drew decides to go for Radiance, is he gonna go Radiance?
This game, I don't see why not. Although, you could argue that there could be going for, but Radiance is go-to on the Druid. So, like, the mischance will be great on the Lifestealer, even though he rages, like, after he rages, mischances are quite bad for it, like, on chance.
Alright. But this Observer Ward just scouting out Jules, so he's wasting his time here pretty much. But there's Darks here. He's 3 points in Iron Shell, 2 points in the Surge. He's got himself 26 CS, not too shabby. Purchase up boots now here. Gets himself a TP as well. Yamate, like we said during the draft, not getting that comfortable early game lead as you like, and probably not getting a level 20-minute Argon himself.
This position from Mineski. They want to try and go for a jump onto Yamate, but if Yamate already uses the leap, you're going to have to know he's going to. We've already seen him get caught out once with the leap on cooldown, so you're going to have to see him play extra careful. But it seems like Taring, they're not interested in any sort of aggressive plays. Like, they have Ling running around. He's level 5. Good. But they're still content with just sitting around and farming. They're saying, hey, Mineski, you can get a couple of kills, but once we hit mid-game, we're good to go. We're going to start making it happen. Good enough, though, because...
I think they're going to go for him again, the Darks here. He doesn't have tangles. He does have a Quelling Blade. They got a TP behind him. He's in trouble now. He's jumping in. The cast will bounce twice, and that's a perfect position for him to be in. They sprout forward. Perfect play there from the Nature's Prophet. Well, we missed Jesse Vash's Prophet, but the Prophet seems to be doing all the right things as well. So far so good. It's got himself some Windlace, nearly a drum as well. And that's the problem with a solo support. You really can't lock down a Prophet.
No, you really can't. I also wanted to make a comment here. Can Cast change his name to Task? Because people that watch it play
Alright,
so much
that's
Witch
it.
Doctor.
Bad joke counter at 3. Guys, if it hits 10, I don't know. Oh, that's a coil. Is that a Doom? Nope, there's no Doom just yet. Holding on onto that lead. Still holding on to it. There's a Hex. There's a big one on that. There's the Earth Spike as well. They get Puck. One more chop though. Mirana holding on to that lead. Oh no, 10 seconds on cooldown. I was wondering why he didn't leave there. But no, Jules will come in there with that kill. But here comes the Night Stalker. They do have Doom. Doom's the Night Stalker. Are we gonna get another chop? Yes, he does get the chop there. But Jules will right click him down and there will be a deny. Maybe. Hopefully. Don't mess this one up, Baron. Alright, he will not. So it will be double kill here for the Lion. That's very close to his Blink Dagger, and that's a huge pickup to get at this stage of the game. Oh, here comes the Lifestealer. We're talking about global presence, and wow, first hit root, but that's the best counter right there. Cost getting the second bounce, and the coconut lands there. Melodic gonna be more than enough, and Shonix will fall here. Great ganks here from Mineski so far. 5 and 2 already, and the gold graph shooting up to 2,000.
Taring are gonna have to address this. Like, they can't just give kills like that away. And also, Moonlight Shadow was popped for that as well. Yamate's in the top lane, but not going to kill that lifesteal. Trying to find someone else. Bokari Starfall does not get lucky with the second hit, so seems that he doesn't want to commit.
Luck. It's the nearest one.
Yeah.
So it's no longer RNG, but it's still pretty crappy when you miss it.
He was hoping he was close enough, I suppose.
Yeah,
so he didn't want to.
He wasn't near enough.
It's okay.
But yeah, this is a very poor Mirana as compared to the last few games he's been playing. Ben losing his life there in the middle lane. That was not good for his Blink Dagger.
It's unfortunate. This ice on the Blink Dagger is going to come online either roughly the same time as a little bit beforehand. This is a huge problem because if this Blink Dagger on ice comes online soon, he's going to be the initiator for Taring, and they can play much more aggressive than they did previously. They just need that setup and got it. They're going to be able to grab such easy kills just because of how leveled Yamate is with all the points. Off, but the
Mirana? Alright, he's gonna survive. The Wrath came in as well. They were looking for a kill him.
Yeah.
And Witch Doctor, yeah, something to note as well about the Lone Druid and the Witch Doctor interactions. Very good counter to him. His bear actually betraying him in this particular situation. And now that they know that the Mirana has TP'd out, they're gonna look at this T1 pressure. And Yamate forfeits his tier 1 tower as a result of that. So it's a good trade here for Mineski. Have been playing very well so far. Gotta really give them props. But then again, you could be saying that Taring might be feeling the effects of fatigue or whatnot.
Taring may try and go for a bit of a trade. They've got the Lone Druid bottom, and if don't come soon, they're just going to lose this tower. So even though Mineski might grab that top tower, it's going to end up being a trade. Mid lane though.
Doubles. Fall, they did not actually silence the puck. Okay, never mind. He did not jolt out of there in time. And now there's going to be the spike here onto the Doombringer, but it's a very tanky guy. He's not going to go down. It's going to be more chasing, and we're going to chase for this NS. I'm not sure they can catch him though. Yeah, not going to get him. They will take that T1 tower. They'll trade one for the bottom as well. Shonek's getting that free T1 on the bottom lane. Gonna be pretty happy about that, but meanwhile, Doombringer running for that rune that's gonna pay for his life maybe, holding that arrow so far. Doom very tanky with the drums and the tranquil boots. So they're gonna immediately port out there, and looks like Mineski pinging for that middle lane. They wanna punish, or are they gonna go back? Night Shadow has been activated. It is a nighttime session right now for this Night Stalker. So Ling really wants to look for some units to punish, and Witch Doctor seems to be the back of the pack. And it will be a great target to pick off here if possible. But Yamate's arrow just comes off cooldown, and yeah, they don't have any targets, so they will be shedding that in this soon.
That death on the line unfortunately came late. He died. So for Ice, that could have been a bigger loss if it delayed the blink dagger, but online now, if they find Jewel is within range, he's dead, without a doubt. They spot him out, Ling sees him, slows him up. Can the line get there in time?
Doom trying to bait it in. He does have 11 stick charges. Wrath of Nature.
Yeah.
Throwing it out again, but cost 0, 0, and 3 for him, but he's got his arcane boots. Do you think you go Aether Lens first or Aghanim's first? I've seen some Aether Lens first Witch Doctors, and I do see the benefits of it because you do get to place your Death Ward in less compromising situations. You can place it through trees. There's a longer range on Cask is always good. Helps the Maledict as well. All in all, a good item. So, do you think it's something he would do this game, or are you more a fan of Aghanim's?
It's a player preference thing. Even though it's so good and it's so cheap, some teams sort of bypass it on the way. They're so busy trying to buy all these wards and sentries. Obviously, so good being range, it could be good, but I don't think there's enough disables.
Doom. Oh, they got Marana, but he's fine. Nope, but they do catch Lion. This is something not getting out of. Not with the Witch Doctor in his face. The ultimate. Ben, now it's that Blink Dagger, is housing a Life Stealer within. And I believe we're about to hit... No, we're just in nighttime. So alright, so nighttime is gonna be here to stay for this fight and then some. And Yamate is still scouting for that arrow. He's building towards that Aghanim's now. He's not even gonna stop, but oh, a big coil here on the two big heroes. Link gonna get caught out. They do arrow up the Doombringer, but is it enough that the coil snaps here for the Night Stalker? They get him, but they do not get the Darks here. Getting that NS is great for them. Right now, there's really no way that they can look to contest this with the amount of heal and DPS coming out from the Mineski squad. And it's already looking good. Game number 1, the gold graph can only get worse from here for them. And look at the net worth, we have Lifestealer right at the top of the pack, 7,000 bucks, and with Shonix only at that 6.7k.
This is looking worse and worse for Taring. Give you net worth. Everyone on the side of everyone on the side of Taring, outside of the lone word, is above the majority of these. Witch Doctor's down towards the bottom, but this gold discrepancy, if you're Taring, you wouldn't have expected this far behind 50 the game. They can come out of this deficit, but it's going to have to be off the back of some really, really important plays, such as grabbing some of those smokes, grabbing some towers. You need to find this gold, and unfortunately, the jungle in itself isn't enough to get out of the deficit. This is putting a lot of pressure onto Yamate, as well as showing Lone Druid back into the fold. And most situations you can say high ground is going to be an important factor when trying to grab some of these kills, but with the way Mineski is drafted, they've just got so much good high ground. I'm not sure if it's enough for Taring. It's enough for Taring has enough to defend themselves from it, because they only have a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of single bursts, but that's the case here.
They do, unless we're talking about a vacuum into Starstorm Impale. Otherwise, it's gonna be pretty tricky. Bocarino, I like what he's doing. He's building that resilient Prophet with that mechanism. Being able to drum and mech at any point in the map is a pretty big deal. And look at this, he's playing like he Spectre, so to speak. I mean, Prophet does do this all the time, where he just bombs on the side of the map. If there's a contest or anything, he just jumps in and joins it mid-fight. So This smoke is going deep into enemy territory.
Oh,
Yamate might
Yamate.
get caught in the back lines though. There's a Doom, bring out immediate Doom on him. No, the silence is there, and I think it's overkill. They will get it, and Bocarino himself actually scoring that kill. Do they see Lion though in this in this jungle? But I don't think so. They're going straight for the Roshan, and they know without Mirana, one of their big cores, they're not going to try and fight this at all. And now the question remains is if they are able to do this.
Easy. There's no contest from Taring.
Oh, pretty much. So it's an Aegis for Lifestealer, if not Doom. Probably Lifestealer. Prophet.
I think they can get away with giving it away to someone else. Raging Potato would be an obvious choice. He's got a slot, so I think they're just gonna give it to him. So that means that Raging Potato can really go ham in these fights. He can go balls deep, no he has the Aegis, comes back up, and if he has the rage, he just rages out of there. There's nothing Taring can really down. There's no BKB. So there's no real way to really punish that Lifestealer. Taring, they really need to hang on. This is a huge problem. They've got the relic on the bear, which is nice, but the radiant in itself is not going to completely solve the problem. I think it's coming to a point where Mineski can just start killing the bear outright. Even though Radiance, I don't think he's going to be in a position to really become that dominating force that they need.
Oh no!
I
saw him! There you go. Wow, that was fast. Where did he go? 10 and 3. And but yeah, I mean, Lifestealer was picked, I think, because of the bear as well. He chews up the bear.
Exactly. There's nothing they can do about it. Like, they can Savage Roar and get the bear out of there, but the cooldown for it's still so long. They can just re-engage and then that's it. The bear is done. Nothing that Taring could do to defend it.
Big props to Yamate though. He still can't get that Aghanim to 420 minutes if he really tries.
But it's not a game changer. It gives him a lot of solo kill potential, but not like he's a Magnus that's picking up a Blink Dagger. It doesn't have the same impact this game. They
Yeah,
really need something like that. Yeah.
It'll help him get to that level, but hopefully he doesn't go to Dagon this game. I think it might be excessive to go for Dagon.
Can't help but feel like they need it. They need that explosive power to burst heroes down. Like, the only other hero that's similar to Yamate right now is the Lion. They can burst maybe or 2 heroes down in a fight, but they're going up against 5. There's always going to be backup. Once the gas is out of the tank, what's left? You still have to deal with 3 heroes.
That's true, that's true. So Dagon it is for Yamate, I guess. But he still has to go for the BTs, and his Aghanims is 200 gold away. He has to sell something.
Is he gonna sell something?
He made it.
He's gonna wait.
Alright, he's gonna wait. I think he can Starstorm this coming wave and pick up the gold for it. Starstorm it, yeah. He has it.
Oh,
right,
Mineski.
so we all have that fight with it.
There's no Moonlight Shadow though. They have the Ags, they have the Radiance, but there's no Moonlight Shadow. If the fight goes badly, Mineski's just gonna tear through Taring.
Alright. Mate now with the double Starstorm, gonna be able to hold out on that wave, but hey, Radiance Bear! Oh no, we're going in! Silence on the Mirana, no way to run out of this! He does leap away, the silence not long enough, but Jules gonna get caught out there, the Lion gonna get destroyed once again, the vacuum wall, very strong, but it's still not enough, and the Bear...
Oh, Yamate in the back line!
And that cast, gotta be careful, they are back line, Yamate getting picked up there by this Lifestealer, Chew on the Bear, get free health back, yeah we go! Chew's away, and the Prophet peeking into the back line, they got that Bear dead to rights. Pummel it into the ground, so Bear number 1 down, we'll summon second Bear, and we do lose the Prophet though, the buyback from Night Stalker, pretty huge there. Do we get a first hit route? Nope, not gonna get a first hit route there, not a silence, there is a silence there onto that Lifestealer for now, and the Void as well, so a buyback here from the Lifestealer, and did anyone buyback? No, okay, so just for the Lifestealer, and that huge vacuum wall, very strong there against Mineski, held that high ground perfectly, although Yamate did go down again.
I can't help but feel like that wall into Earthspike combination from Taring is what really helped that high ground. Is down, slowly melting through, making Mineski feel uncomfortable to dive into the base, obviously otherwise, but they are so lucky that they power this early into the game. If you lose your T3 tower 20 the game, your Rax is
I guess it's a
Mineski
profit.
profit, exactly. Like, out-rat that. So it's forced Taring into a position where someone has to always stay behind. And it can't be the line by himself because he's not enough by himself. But if you leave 2 heroes behind, you've only got 3 roaming around and they are so vulnerable to getting picked off. So this could be a glimmer of hope for Taring. They need this up. They need to keep their axes up and keep on farming. Like, this is a lot of pressure on the Shonix. He has the Radiance, but he's going to need Assault Cuirass. He may have to consider picking up a Blade Mail.
Speaking of blade mails, we have one on Doom.
Pretty good.
I've never seen it done in the new patch anyway, but I heard blade mail is all sorts of awesome now, but I don't usually play heroes with blade mail, so I can't really tell. Is it that amazing?
It's... So, did you know what the change were to the
Yeah,
Blade
I know
Mail?
what the changes were, but I've never seen it in action. Like the numbers and all that, I saw like piercing BKB if the damage type reflected is not blocked by BKB, stuff like that, like attacks and universal damage. So I'm excited to see how it does because it also blocks before reduction, so it reflects before reduction.
It did have a bit of a nerf to it. I think it was down nerf.
Plus 5 seconds from 13 to 18, I think.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't have as much downtime because last time it had like 5 seconds downtime, so now they increased it to 10.
I can't help but feel like he did a nerf to it. 5 seconds being, but poor bear unfortunately died because the prophet comes in. Oh,
Oh, no gang for them. So the lion does get this dagger. He's currently smoked up as well, so he can't get jumped right off the bat. I think it's a smart play.
they scanned it. I think they made. I believe he scanned smoked targets, right?
Yes, but you can't tell how many units are in there, and you don't have vision.
Oh, they got.
Oh, that's big!
Such a beautiful arrow coming out from Yamate. And without the Doom, that's gonna prevent Mineski going high ground. They just bought themselves another good few minutes.
Sorry, pause. Was
Oh,
that a
geez.
lag? I don't know, but that was their kill, so it could have been lag.
It was walking. They could not have lag.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you lag even when you walk. But yeah, that Doom death just cost them this push. Pretty much.
So Mineski, this good position, but starting to lose some of the lead that they had. Even though they're running a life stealer, he's not of a similar nature Spectre or an anti-mage that scales incredibly well into the late game. Although I could take my words back, they did buff strength heroes.
I mean, do I say it's negligible? Do I get flamed for saying that? Let me see. It's
Time for what?
negligible. Like strength heroes, they get 1 HP more per strength. Is that big a deal? I mean, 1 ogre club gives you 10 and more health.
Oh, it's not the strength stat. They've buffed a lot of items that's
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, like the Echo Saber.
not just that, but did you see Vestal Blade, where it's a much more fitting item for strength-based heroes? Obviously, initiators can pick it up now.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
ideal for carries. For a light, he sort of needs it.
I think the PA
damage
still
block's
gets
good.
it though. The PA still get it.
Yeah, she can still get it, yes. Not saying that carries can't pick it up, or it's just preferred choice.
Okay. Yeah, but they've been buffing meta heroes for a long time now. Like the Manta, I believe there's another one. What was that? Heaven's Halberd. They made it more effective on range heroes now or something. Yeah.
I was never a fan of Heaven. Feel like it ever stood out. There were just so
It's
many
good
other things
against
that
Bear
out
though,
on
because
it.
you can't attack.
Rest. Bear. Dead again.
Yeah, this Prophet's going for Bloodthorn, guys. Get excited.
I really think he's going for Bloodthorn this early. He may just be picking up the Orchid and picking up his next piece, item pieces.
Maelstrom? It looks like he's building Maelstrom.
Looks like it. He can definitely pick up the Bloodthorn.
Oh yeah. I saw the. I believe the Doctor Ward crits with Bloodthorn. I think I'm not sure.
Radiant's middle tower is
Because it's a
under
right
attack.
click, right? It crit. It used to crit, or was there a bug? I remember there was this weird interaction that it crit Bloodthorn. Because the target gets a crit debuff on it, where everything hitting it is a crit.
I never saw that.
Okay, we'll see if it happens. This game doesn't end that quick because the way Taring are faring, they're not faring well. So if this fight if they get steamrolled this fight, it's pretty much over. And Yamate, speaking of when the coil 3, he leaps out of the coil. The rock just nearly pick him up, just send a little bit more damage his way. No, he will survive actually. Very well done. Getting vacuumed in there. Wall, they're diving a little bit too far, but hey, the Treants doing work on this melee Rex. They are healing up somehow, staying alive through that green lantern here on that Doctor. Keeping things smooth and steady. That huge initiation and no one died. Biggest marvel of that one. Double sentry wards for extra vision. Yamate with the double star storm clears out the way for the blink dagger. And throwing out an arrow. This time it hits a Bocarino. This could be the time to go on in. There's the doom. Well, are we dooming it? No, we're not doing anything for now. We're dooming Mirana. Alright, we doom Mirana. We keep him out of the fight. There's a finger of death. Gets the puck. And we are actually going to Maledict this bear down. I think Maledict is going to pick up the bear. So bear is lost. So it's only a fat hero right now. Link gets sprouted into the trees. Wishes he had a calling blade. That's the orchid. The flower of STFU. Getting him right in the kister there. And now we might be looking at the first Rex loss here. But never mind. Double star storm coming in once again. The blade mill activated here from Jules. He is glimmered up for now. The Inferno blade gonna hit
NJ?
him, lose a lot of his health there. Oh, fool, the roots there, very, very fast. And another silence off cooldown already, and a good crit here from Doom will actually pick him off, and that is going to be Rex. There is another double star storm jumping in there, but Yamate might pay this one. That hex there, very quick on the Potato, but Potato is just too damn tanky right now. That seems to be the story of this game. Too much armor, too much health for Taring to deal with, and this is the shortcoming of this Aghanim's Mirana build. You can nuke, but how much can you really nuke out of 1,700 of 23 armor goodness on this Doombringer? And we have that armlet toggling Lifestealer, pretty much immune to your magic half the time as well. And well, Mineski scored first blood in terms of Rex, and they will be getting Roshan as well, I think.
I wasn't just playing the Mirana pick. It's just tired grafted Taring. It just doesn't damage in itself. You can't say, you can't expect one hero to do all of the damage, right? There's just too many heroes. I know they're going to start building up tanky. I know one of them's going to be incredibly annoying as is, because he has magic immunity half the time. Like Yamate, he's playing the best visibility, and he's playing quite well for it considering how the game's going. It's just unfortunately his impact. Not enough.
Yeah, I'm not really blaming the pick per se, but we did talk about shortcomings in his first match, in his first series. Like, if a team did this and this, he will be less effective, and that's exactly what Mineski have been doing. And this game is showing. It's really showing the shortcomings of his build. So Mirana got punished in the mid game. His double star storm not as effective. I mean, he does dish out a lot of hurt, but it's just not enough. And it really shows. I mean, the last two games he was 17 and 2, 17 and 3, or something like that for both games. But this game he's 1 and 4. So big stark difference. Blade mill activated here. Himself healthy. And the arrow, hopefully, not going to be. Yeah. And I can see this Prophet. This Prophet actually did a lot of work. And oh, they're gonna silence. They're gonna get that bear. Oh, NJ, big vacuum. Follow up with the impale as well, but this is enough. NJ getting caught out here. Still a little bit more on this life point. Is he gonna get picked off? Raging Potato completely immune to that magical damage earlier on, so no hurt from him. But the Witch Doctor gets an uncontested Witch Doctor ult, and that picks up 2 heroes. They only have 2 left to defend this base. No ban to deal with it anyway. 10 seconds Savage Roll. They might actually get the kill. The BM3. The arrow flies there just short. Yamate gonna shoot his way out of this one, but Jules, oh man, he's got that BM3 right there. I'm not sure if that was the Lone Druid planting there. I think that was the Lone Druid planting it, because they didn't have the inventory space for a branch, I believe. So yeah, so that was a BM. That wasn't BM3. That was just a panic tree, and looks like Yamate is gonna be sitting in this fountain as his fountain defends him. But the throne is about to fall here. And the Finger of Death will get the Prophet. So there's that. The Desolator is picked up by Raging Potato, but this game is pretty much in the books here. Game 1 anyway, and Witch Doctor buying back. They are gonna pound away at this Ancient with the Desolator, and that is that. We're gonna have game number 1 go to Mineski in convincing fashion. Taring trying to run the same core 3 games in a row, finally getting shut down. Yamate might maybe want to look towards that Bloodseeker you mentioned. So something else new, you know?
Something else new. That's not new for Yamate. It's a hero that he does love to run. I can't wait for Yamate to try and run this, especially with the Ags change, or at least the Ags that he got